we can file a class action suit against our government for breaking the laws in this country, allowing them to contradict themselves, allowing illegal immigration to affect our lives the way it has. We can even name the people that have died at the hands of illegal immigrants and take it back straight to the government or even the president of the country. This illegal immigration thing is going to destroy this country. Don't help illegal immigrants to stay in the country. It's not about the illegal immigrants that you don't like only. Even the one that you like, if they're breaking the law, they must go. So I did promise I'm going to answer this question, and the reason I want to answer it is because it's something that even from inception that we have been wanting to do as much and much. It's probably the quickest way that we can win this fight against illegal immigrants, but it's also the most costly. And I'm going to explain. So, according to the laws of South Africa, we are meant to be a country that has a constitution. And for the constitution to be changed, obviously there's a political party that needs to have a majority, but also it does not require a political party, a single political party, to have a majority. It requires for parliament to be able to have majority of people vote in favor of that constitutional change. That's why you as South Africans are asked or tasked with voting for people that are going to represent your voice in parliament. So your voice is your votes. So when you vote for a particular party, it's very important to understand their policies, because those policies are the same things they're going to be voting for in parliament, right? If need be. So let's take the issue of illegal immigrants or immigration, for example. Because we've got an immigration act in the country. We've also got a constitution that some people have turned around and used against us as South Africans. Because there are things in the constitution that make provision for us to be saved and rescued from this situation of illegal immigrants. I'll take, for example, one of them, which says, this is section 26 and 27 of the constitution, which says that government must provide certain things that are like resources, and this is based on the available resources, which means that our government always, this is constitutional by the way, always has an option to say, I no longer have enough resources to provide for refugees or foreigners or illegal immigrants. Therefore, I have to limit what I'm providing to South Africans. They've got that provision in the constitution, they can. But then the same constitution is being used to manipulate the situation by putting the everyone in the constitution, so that it seems as if everyone is referring to even people who are made provision for in the Immigration Act to be deported, right? So there's the constitution and there's other laws that feed into the constitution. The Immigration Act is one of them. Now the Immigration Act makes provision for how immigration is dealt with in the country. Nowhere in the Immigration Act does it say that black people cannot be deported because they're from Africa. Nowhere in the Immigration Act does it say that if you're 5, if you're 15, if you're 30, if you're 80, you can't be deported because you need special treatment, or that if you're a child, South African social workers are meant to just like drop everything that they have to do in the country and take care of you. Nowhere in the Immigration Act does it say that immigrants are supposed to have access to the things that South Africans have. It's very clear on what a foreigner is supposed to have for them to actually even come into the country, which includes medical insurance. And it's very clear about the fact that people who are in this country legally are meant to be deported, not given beds and food and medical treatment for 15 years and homes and all of this, right? So that is why we have a contradiction now with the law. And the law is never meant to contradict itself. That's the biggest problem. The law is not supposed to contradict itself. The Constitution cannot say one thing, make provision for another, and then also contradicts itself by saying everyone means everyone, even people that are meant to be legally deported. The Immigration Act also says people who are helping people who are illegal immigrants, whether it's giving them services, whether it is people who are giving them places to rent, giving them jobs, anything that you give an illegal immigrant, it means you are also breaking the laws. You can also be arrested. But unfortunately, we're in a country where nobody takes that seriously. So now back to the question quickly. So if you want to take the government to court, yes, absolutely yes, especially with what I've just mentioned, that we've got laws that are contradicting itself. And why is that? It's because we have left the decision making to the courts, whereas it's Parliament that is meant to be the policy makers. They are meant to be the ones that are shaping policy based on what the people want. But that's not what's happening in South Africa. Our government is being manipulated by NGOs and NPOs who are fighting for foreigners to stay into this country using the courts. Now, the courts have a duty to rule based on what's in front of them. And if the government doesn't present a case to say that, but as Parliament, this is where we go, bring the best lawyers to fight for the people of South Africa, they are continuously going to use that against us. Now, here's why I was saying this is the most expensive part. Now, NGOs and NPOs get money from foreign-funded organizations. And these organizations fund them straight. They don't fund refugees and whatever through our government. They fund them through NPOs, NGOs, etc. Now, they use those funds to take the government to court, which is why you'll always see there are court cases and rulings that favor foreign nationals. Because for us as South Africans, it's very costly to go and fight this in court. Yes, you can. It's called a class action suit. We can file a class action suit against our government for breaking the laws in this country, allowing them to contradict themselves, allowing illegal immigration to affect our lives the way it has. We can even name the people that have died at the hands of illegal immigrants and take it back straight to the government or even the president of the country, who, by the way, can use his power to declare a state of emergency and say illegal immigration is an invasion of the country. That's how deep a crisis we are in. And then he can declare state of emergency, and then they can be able to take out these immigrants as soon as possible. But he's not doing that because he knows we do not have the money. You know, I'm talking about council. We're trying by all means to raise money for our council to go to court, the Constitutional Court, and seek a declarator for one, and also challenge the things that we've said about the laws contradicting themselves, and possibly even file a class action suit if there's more people coming on board. But to go to court will cost us nothing less than 1 million rand for a court case that we don't know how long it's going to take. And the longer it goes, the more money we'll need. So that is our biggest problem right now, is that they know very well that we don't have the money for that. But we've got people sitting in Parliament who are supposed to be the ones that are shaping policy, who are supposed to be the ones that are challenging these things with the courts, who are relaxed because they just don't care. That's why your votes are very important. And when you vote, make it clear that the issue of illegal immigration is number one on the list of things that you want that political party that you're voting for to address. And those who are voting for these political parties that we know are not pro-South Africans, we don't expect anything from you. But South Africans, please take yourselves seriously. Make your voices heard. this illegal immigration thing is going to destroy this country. I'm saying this from a very, very honest place. Please vote wisely. Make your voices heard even now, and make sure you don't help illegal immigrants to stay in the country. It's not about the illegal immigrants that you don't like only. Even the one that you like, if they're breaking the law, they must go. It's time for change, for the future of our country.